Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Sweet Erickson T-Bird Gym, second game of our doubleheader here as we return from the Christmas holiday. The Casper College Thunderbirds, 11-4 on the season. The men will take on Real Salt Lake City, one of those postgraduate prep schools, and a team that Sean Gutting expects will be pretty good. As a team the Birds beat last year, but of course you've got a complete roster turnover. Those kids stay there, I believe, for 1 year. T-Birds come in with an 11-4 mark. They're hitting 88 points per ball game. That has been their standard throughout the season, pretty much has been right where they've been, around 88 to 90 points per ball game. They're giving up 80 points per ball game, and as we said, a record of 11-4 coming into this contest. Birds hit 44% from the field, 34% behind the arc. They out-rebound or are out-rebounded by their opposition, 46-42. Casper with a 69% field goal percentage, and they average 15 assists per ball game. Birds are going to be a little bit short-handed. Got a couple players who will not suit up for the game. I'm thinking, trying to count them, I think there's 9 out there right now. One of their players, Sahin Yetkin, had to go back to Turkey. Needed some surgery in the last game of the season. Managed to, I believe Sean Gutting said, tear an ACL. So he's back having some surgery. Jamison Epps out for another game, serving a suspension for the violation of an NJCAA rule during a game. So it'll be a little short-handed as the Birds return from the Christmas break. Previous game, the ladies with a 69-49 victory over the Wyoming All-Stars. Casper College running its record to 14-3 on the season. The Birds ranked number 23 on the ladies' side this time around. As we said, they are headed to Scotts Bluff for 3 games starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday in a tournament that's kind of gotten turned around. Dwight Canary saying instead of playing an AAU or all-star team, they're going to start out by playing Central Wyoming, then they'll play Western Nebraska, and then on Saturday play an all-star team. The T-Birds, meanwhile, the men, after this game here, will be on the road at NJC, I believe, coming up on Monday. Then they're home next Friday to both Western Nebraska on Friday and NJC Northeastern on Saturday. So while the women don't return home until the 1st of February, the men will have a couple of home games coming up after they go on the road to NJC this next week, or actually on Monday evening. So let's take a look at the starting lineups for Real Salt Lake. Caleb Tuone from Bingham, Utah, a 6'2" guard. And a 6'4" guard, Amari Westmoreland. He is from Hawaii. He is 6'4". Junior Higbee, 6'3", from Real Salt Lake. Evidently he did play for him last year. Then a 6'6" forward from Lone Peak, Utah, Isaiah Halverson. And then Danko Vukovic from Serbia, a 7-footer for Real Salt Lake. T-Birds will go this way. They'll start with Jaron Harris. Harris, the 6'1" sophomore from Los Angeles, averages 11 points a ball game. Leading scorer for the Birds is Kennard Richardson, 6'4" sophomore from Richmond, Virginia, averaging 19 points a ball game. Jaden Peters will be at one of the guards, the 6'3" freshman from Los Angeles. He averages 4 points a ball game. Dalton Peterson, the 6'3" sophomore from, Encampment, Wyoming, averaging 14 a ball game, will get a start tonight, as will Nestor Diachok, Diachok is a 6'9" sophomore from Moscow, Russia, averaging 10 points per ball game. The T-Birds, starting five: Ryan Gross, Rosie Brown, and Ben out there to referee tonight. Veteran crew, to say the least. So we'll see how the Birds react coming off the holiday break. And we're about set to go. Real with their dark blue uniforms, gray numerals trimmed in red. They appear to be easily identifiable. And the Birds in their home whites with the red numerals trimmed in black. Diachok, 6'9", against Vukovic, 7-footer. Russia against Serbia in the center circle. We're set to undergo this ball game from T-Bird Gym, the house that Swede built. Decent crowd for a Saturday afternoon, returning for the new year. Birds will win the tap, and Richardson for Harris in the backcourt to Diachok. Diachok will exchange, get it right back. Cross courts it for Dalton Peterson, burns the baseline, kicks it back outside. Harris alone for a three from the top. That's off the side, no good. Long rebound, they'll give it over to Peterson. Dalton will miss a three badly, and Real comes away with the first rebound of the ball game. On the attack. Ball slapped away by Diachok, gathered back in, however, by Higbee. Higbee for Tuone. Sets the pick. Vukovic trying to back in against Diachok, misses the little turnaround from the left side. Bird basketball, we've played a minute without a score. Richardson tries to push for a three, looked like it was partially blocked, and the rebound taken away by Real Salt Lake. Out of back court, Westmoreland. And I'm not even going to attempt his last name. Oh. Real with the basketball. Shot clock down to 10 as they lose the dribble out top and get it to Tuone. Tuone with 5 to shoot, driving against Peterson. Goes in tough, has his shot partially blocked. Birds come away with the shot clock buzzer. They'll get it to Diachok, who can't get the shot off. Right back, stepping inside for a 15-footer that's good is Jaden Peters. Peters averaging 4 points a ball game, getting the start, the freshman, and gives the Birds a 2-0 lead 2 minutes into the contest. Out top, Tuone leaves it short. Long rebound at the free throw line. Diachok exchanges with the guard. Birds on the run. Peterson's loose, reverse it up and in. 4-0 T-Birds early on. Westmoreland at the top to Vukovic, the big 7-footer. And they'll swing it right back to him. Looking to the right side, outside, head fake, pull up, 15-footer. That's an air ball. Way too strong that time by Higbee. Birds running ahead. Diachok, pass was behind him, and the turnover comes loose to Real. They'll try a three-pointer from the right side. No. Ball tapped around, and the putback is no good, but a foul will be whistled. Should send Westmoreland to the free throw line.
Casper foul on number 13, Jaden Peters, his first, the team's first. To the line for Real Salt Lake, Amari, Westmoreland, and Yoder.
Westmoreland Vendioni, I believe, is the last name. Got to be at least 20 letters in that name. First free throw is good. They're on the board with the first point of the ball game from the free throw line at the 17-10 mark. (4-1) Casper. Second one, that's good too. So Amari Westmoreland makes it a 4-2 ball game, 3 minutes in. Birds on the attack. Richardson back to Diachok. He's alone for three. That's off the side of the rim. No. Rebound Vukovic, and he'll give it off in the backcourt to Westmoreland. From Hawaii, one of the many international players on Real Salt Lake. Set the pick out top for Tuone. Then give it right back to Halverson. Can't get the shot off. Kick it outside. Head fake by Westmoreland. Pulls up for a 10-footer. No. And the rebound will be taken away by Jaden Peters. Birds run it ahead to Peterson, who gives it to Richardson for a three that's no good. Diachok with the follow after the offensive rebound. That's good. We're going to get a timeout here. Nestor's first basket makes it 6-2, and the coach for Real Salt Lake wants to settle down his team, reconnoiter here. So the Birds come in with an 11-4 mark, and hoping they can kick off some of the post-holiday rust. I think I have a little post-holiday rust. 16:20 to go, opening half. T-Birds with an early 6-2 lead. And the ball to Real Salt Lake. A little full court pressure. Birds trying to trap. They come up with the turnover. In deep, and the shot by Harris is blocked, but Jaron's going to go to the line for a couple.
Real Salt Lake foul on number 12, Caleb Tuone, his first, the team's first.
Tuone gets the foul, his first, and the first team foul. It'll send Jaron Harris to the free throw line. Harris on the season, 70% at the line, and the first one is good. Pushes the lead to 5 at 7-2. Vukovic will leave the lineup for Real Salt Lake. Lincoln Prager, a 6'3" player from Provo, checks in. Second free throw is good. Birds had a sub too. I got to see who it was. Yeah, it looks like it was. Well, I don't see a sub after all. Birds on top, 8-2, 6-point lead. Dribble, drive, and one. Count the basket. Halverson got loose from the right side.
Casper foul on number 24, Nestor Diachok, his first, the team's first.
Diachok gets the foul. Second team foul for the Birds. Isaiah Halverson, 6'6", and the free throw is good. The old-fashioned three-point play makes it 8-5, 4 minutes into the first half. Osamane Dia in for the T-Birds. Diachok will take a seat. Richardson with the basketball all the way down right side, lays it off the glass too hard, ball tipped loose. Richardson gets it back, gives it to Harris, dribble drive in the lane, yes. Harris with a little floater for his fourth point of the ball game, the lead back to 5 at 10-5. Tuone gets it into the front court. Halverson drives the baseline, and I'm not sure, I think he was out of bounds. Ball will go over to Casper on the turnover. Birds with a 10-5 lead, 4.5 into the contest. Harris out of backcourt for Richardson, gets a pick, goes left side. Peterson in the corner to Peters. Right back out top with 15 on the shot clock. Harris burns the baseline from out top and lays it up and in. He's got 6 quick points, and the lead is now 7. Birds again with that full court pressure. Cleared across, pull up, 3-pointer on the way, that's good. Junior Higbee knocks down the 3 and cuts the Bird lead and down to 4. Richardson for Dalton. Peterson, high arc, 3, no. Really, his shot usually is not from out top, it's usually in the corner. But he can hit the 3 here. He's playing some tough defense, knocks the ball loose, but it's gathered back by Real. Reverse layup by Tuone, partially blocked. I think maybe Harris is the one, or Richardson was the one who blocked, and then kind of a frustration foul. It's going to go on Tuone. Be his second personal and the 3rd team foul, or 2nd team foul. Birds will play it in with an early 12-8 lead here. Out of back court, Darius Robinson, the freshman from Chicago, checks in. Pass will be stolen back the other way we come. And trying the Euro step that time, Stephen Z, 6'5" from Beijing, China, draws the foul.
Casper foul on number 3, Darius Robinson, his first, the team's 3rd.
First foul on Darius Robinson. This will put nobody at the free throw line. It came before the shot, I guess. Officials conferring with the scorer's table. I guess we're set to go. Real will play it in, baseline left. Out top, Z for a long 3, long rebound. Birds have a 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Robinson left hand, it didn't go. Rolled around and fell out. Darius going to play a little defense. Birds right now in a little 2-3 zone with Dia out top along with Robinson, and there's the shot that's good inside the paint. So Halverson with his 5th point of the ball game, and the Birds come right back with Peters. Makes it 14-10, and then Real will turn the ball over in the front court. Casper basketball. Out of back court, Harris. Dia at the top, gives it to Dalton. Peterson wanted to go down the lane, shut off, brings it back out top. Darius Robinson. Right back to Dalton, will fire the 3, that's good. Dalton Peterson with his 5th point of the afternoon. The Bird lead has it on a string. In front of the T-Bird bench, bouncing with 7 to shoot. Backs up, tries a high arc 3, that's good. He's got 18, and we're going to get a timeout taken here. 14-11 still to go in the contest. Casper College 69, Real Salt Lake 41. Margo. Andy would not let them work on her. The dog was mad. I got to talk to Ben. They tried calling me, but they must have a wrong number. I don't know how. She would not have anything to do with them giving her back. Time back in here at Erickson T-Bird Gym. 14-11 left in this one. It's all Casper College, 69-41 over Real Salt Lake. Ball will belong to the T-Birds. Dia, Harris, Richardson. I'm sorry, ball is not the T-Birds. It's Real Salt Lake. The T-Birds are in full court pressure. Robinson and Pacheco also out there. Robinson hounding the ball carrier, drives him right into Richardson, who steals it, drives, lays it up, no. Rebound Tuone. Back the other way, a 3-on-3 break, pull up, three-pointer on the way by the lefty. That is no good by Prager. Birds will come away again. In a hurry, Pacheco down the left side. Brings it back out top, and Richardson is in the land of three. He'll push for a three. That's good. Richardson now with 22. He had 11 at the half, so 11 here in the second half in the first 6.5 minutes. Halverson comes to a sliding stop. That'll be a travel. $13:20 left. Birds well on their way to their 12th win of the season against 4 losses. Darius Robinson bouncing out top. Tyler Pacheco, he'll try it from about 16. That's good. The freshman from Kelly with his first points of the ball game. The lead is now 31. Yikes. Real Salt Lake with the basketball, bouncing to Tuone. He's got a mismatch against Pacheco, tries to back in, kicks it outside for the three. Halverson, no. Rebound in deep, they'll kick it back outside for another three. This one by Ben Hirsch, who just checked in, that's no good. Ball along the baseline, rolls out of bounds, they'll say last touched by Salt Lake. And Dia will go to the bench to put a shoe on. Bird basketball with 12.5 to play and a sizable margin. 74-41. Robinson gets the pick, gives it right back to Diachoke, who will hand it and set the pick for Peterson. Three-pointer by Dalton is good. His first basket of the second half gives him 15 on the afternoon. Tuone in the corner for Z. That's an air ball. Peterson way ahead for Robinson. Pull up, left side elbow, yes. Robinson with 8. The lead is 38. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Wow. Birds pressuring, this time in the front court. Tuone against Robinson, into the lane, floats up a one-hander, got it. Caleb Tuone with his 4th point of the ball game. Harris behind a pick, wants to go all the way down, rolls it off the glass, got it to go. Just kind of tucked it under his arm and shoveled it home. 17 now for Jaron. Halverson trying to back in. And we'll have a technical foul here. Halverson backed in, knocked down Robinson. They didn't call a foul. I think Robinson had something to say about that, and he'll get the technical foul. Darius unhappy with the seat he took on his wallet. Steven Z to the free throw line, and the free throw is good. His first point of the afternoon. 81-46. And for the first time, we'll see Vinny Spradling in for the T-Birds. Pacheco into the front court. Gets it right back after giving it to Nestor Diachok. Pacheco at the top of the key. Lots of time on the shot clock. Gives it to Jaron Harris right back out top. And Diachok walks with the basketball. 81-46 Casper. Birds led it at the halfway mark. The score then, I got to go back and remember now, they're up by 21. It was 50-29. In deep, turning, spinning, laying it up, and missing an easy puppy that time was Westmoreland Vendele. Bird basketball. Missed the shot. Diachok tried the tip, that didn't go. The rebound comes away with 10 minutes to go to Real Salt Lake, and then a miss from the right side block, and a foul will be whistled here. Spradling will get that foul. It'll be his first, second team foul for the Birds. We played nearly 10 minutes in the second half. Each team has 2 team fouls. Prager's first free throw is good. Pacheco will leave, and back for the Birds, Jaden Peters. Second one, that's there also. Prager with 4, 81-48 T-Birds. Harris being hounded in the front court for Diachok, right back to Jaron. Jaron gets a pick, and a foul going to be whistled away from the ball. This one. This one, I believe, going to go against Westmoreland. It'll be his second, team third. We'll get a timeout on the court with 9:48 left in this one. All Casper College, 81-48. Back after this.
I want to show for some people out there, man.
At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes. Pick a major and so much more. At Casper College, we're here for you. At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes.
Time back in, and it'll be the Birds basketball in the front court to Peterson. For Harris, swings it outside. Spradling wanted to shoot, had to bring it back out top. 9.5 to play. Harris all the way down left side, floats up the one-hander with the right hand. It's good. Jaron now with 19 on the afternoon. Birds lead of 35. Their biggest has been 38. Tuone on the right side. And Harris with a kind of lazy reach gets called for the foul. He can afford it. It's his first. Robinson comes back for the T-Birds. Team fouls are 3 apiece right now with 9 minutes to play. 9 minutes and a little change left to play. Now what do we got? Need to reset the shot clock, I believe. conversation with the officials, and they say yes. Ryan Gross, you're right. It's back at the 20 seconds. Birds with a steal. Yes. Robinson, couldn't hang on to it. Against pressure, Halverson gets it over to Tuone for Halverson, trying to run the lob. That's tipped loose. Comes away to Robinson, and he'll be hacked in the backcourt.
Real Salt Lake foul number 12, Caleb Tuone, his fourth.
Tuone's going to get his fourth of the ball game. Some of the people headed to the exits. This one no longer in doubt. Hasn't been in doubt since about the 10-minute mark of the first half, if you want to be honest. Robinson outside to Pacheco for a long three. No. Ball tapped ahead out of backcourt. They'll run it. Layup is good. Nice look that time by Prager for Z, and he hit it. Laid it up for his first hoop of the ball game, his third point of the afternoon. 8.5 to play. Robinson outside for Spradling. Head fake by Peterson. Right back to Darius. Right back to Dalton. He'll try a three. No head fake. Nothing but net. Peterson now with 17 on the afternoon. The lead back to 26. Robinson sticking to Tuone, who throws up a floater that is good. Was it Tione? No. It was Westmoreland.
We also have a Class A technical foul for a flop. To the line for Real Salt Lake, number
And the Birds are going to get hit with another one of those technical fouls for flopping. I wonder how long this rule will last in college basketball. Free throw by Westmoreland is good.
returning to Casper lineup number 23, Tyler Pacheco, number 1, Kennard Richards.
Pacheco coming back in. Dalton Peterson will take a seat. Spradling will leave also, and Jaden Peters checks in for the Birds. Bird basketball, 33-point lead, under 8 minutes to go. Robinson in the front court, bouncing to Peters, right back to Robinson. He'll try a three from the right side, no. Back the other way. And a great play by Tyler Pacheco. Knocked the ball loose off the knee that time of Lincoln Prager, who thought he was going to get an easy layup. And it's the Birds basketball as it went out of bounds. Robinson for Diachok. Pacheco trying to free Richardson down low. Instead, he'll get it outside. Try another three that doesn't go. Halverson finally controls the rebound. It was almost tipped away by his own man. Approaching 7 to go in the contest. Real Salt Lake with the basketball. T-Birds with a lead. Here's the interception on the low feed. Robinson comes away. Oh, little move. No, Robinson or Peters turns and shoots. Can't get it to go. Richardson put it behind his back. Thought he was going to have the layup and it didn't go in. Then the Birds will be guilty of a foul. Diachok will get his third 15 foul for the T-Birds. It's going to send Westmoreland and Yoli to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair here. And the first one's good. He is the leading scorer tonight for Real Salt Lake with 16 on the game. Is it nighttime now, or are we? Yeah, it is. This evening. Second one on the way, a lot of rim, and it falls through for his 17th point of the night. Under 7 to go, Birds with a 31-point lead. They've led by as many as 38. Get it to Richardson in the corner, and he will go down. Tripped up trying to drive the lane. Tuone has fouled out of the ball game. He started tonight and will leave the ball game with just 4 points. Higbee returns for Salt Lake. It was the 5th team foul and not shooting foul, so Darius Robinson to play it in left side of the hoop along the end line.
Returning to the Casper line, number 22 being Spradlin.
Spradling in. Richardson will take a seat for the Birds. Trying to get it into Diachoke. He had 3 men on him, and foul will be whistled against Lincoln Progress. That's his first. (86-55). Bird basketball, and they'll try the 3, and Pacheco will get it out of the corner for his 5th point of the day. Another foul going to be whistled. This one will be on the Birds. Diachoke is going to get his 4th of the ball game. That's 6 team fouls, 5 team fouls for the Birds. Real will play it in with 6.5 minutes to go in the contest. Halverson from the left side elbow. That's good. Little set shot. He's got 12. Now Darius Robinson. See if he has to work against the double team here. Chases Westmoreland across the timeline. Finds Pacheco for a 3. That's good. Tyler with his 2nd 3 in as many tries here. He's got 8. And the lead back up to 35 at 92-57. Out of the corner, 3 ball on the way. Z no good, and Dia goes to the ground after the rebound. That should be a foul on Halverson, I believe. That'll be his 4th. 17 fouls, so the Birds get to go to the stripe now. Usman Dia getting to shoot 1 in a bonus here. Dia with 4 points. He was 2 for 2 in the opening half at the line. Line drive, first one off the heel. Rebound to Westmoreland. Quickly ahead. Westmoreland gets it right back from Higbee, and then Westmoreland again. Trying to drive, kicks outside, head fake by Zia. No. They'll have a pass almost knocked loose by Diachoke. Can't get free for the 3. Zia's going to dribble back almost to half court with 5 to shoot. Westmoreland for Halverson. Westmoreland at 1 to shoot, nails the 3. Westmoreland Candole with his 20th point of the ball game. Birds, Pacheco in the tall man's land, has his pass deflected, gathers it back, throws it up with the left hand. Dia rebound, put back, left it short. Real Salt Lake will come out of backcourt. Westmoreland to Halverson, right back to Westmoreland, working against Pacheco. Pushes for another 3, leaves it short. Halverson tries to take it away, but Dia comes loose. Birds run it back. Tyler wants another shot. He's got, no, it's Spradlin. His first shot from outside for 2. 94-60, 4.5 to go now. Birds in a rout. Westmoreland outside. They'll swing it in the corner. Westmoreland with a bounce pass. Ooh, Z almost lost his head going along the right side of the lane. Westmoreland trying to back in, has the ball snapped loose, and we're going to get a jump ball here. Yes, we are. Birds will take it on the arrow. We're under 4 to play now. Elias Akoto into the lineup for the first time. Ben Hirsch was in a couple of times in the first half. He'll return now for Real Salt Lake. Gibbs Rivera also in. Bird basketball, trying to get to the century mark. Pacheco outside for Diachok to Spradling. Wanted to go baseline right, shut off there, brings it back out top. Diachok feeding. Oh, Dia in the paint. Halverson could have been on the wrestling team with that move. He's going to get his 5th foul, and he'll exit the ball game with 3:34 to go.
To the line for Casper, shooting 1-1, number 15, Usman Dia.
Usman Dia back to shoot 1 and 1.
Westmoreland, Vendiola.
94-60. Birds looking to hit the century mark. And the first free throw is good by Usman. His 5th point of the ball game. Second one on the way, got the kind bounce. Man, he shoots that line drive from the free throw line. 96-60, 3.5 to go. Westmoreland over for Hirsch. They'll dump it off to Gibbs Rivera, right back to Westmoreland in front of his own bench. Shot clock winding to 10. Westmoreland for a 3, that's good. Westmoreland Vandiola now leading all scorers with 23 points. However, his team only has 63. Birds with 96. Here's Pacheco for Dia at the top. Ooh, they had Robinson down low. Instead, they get it to Diachok, tries to turn and shoot, and they're going to call him for the offensive foul. And Nestor's going to leave with 5 personals, and he'll leave with 10 points on the afternoon. At least I have him with 10. I'm not sure what the scorers have. Birds for one of the few times tonight, at least that I can recall, won't have any full court pressure on the inbounds pass. There's another long 3, a rainbow by Higbee for his 16th point. Pacheco, another 3 from the corner on the right side. Tyler in double figures with 11. So the Kelly Walsh freshman lighting it up outside. 99-66. Another long 3, and that's just essentially what ball game has turned into. Robinson trying to hook a pass in the lane. Dia turns, shoots, scores, and the Birds have hit the century mark. 101-66. Out top, Westmoreland for Gibbs Rivera. And Osamne is going to get called for another blocking foul. Usman Dia's 3rd foul. Gibbs Rivera to the free throw line. Benjamin with 4 points on the ball game, make it 5 after the free throw. 101-67. And the second one is no good. Bird basketball, still 1:45 to play. Robinson out of backcourt, bouncing. Pacheco feeling it. Pacheco getting another 3. He's got 13 points. And it's 104-67. in the corner. Pushing for a three, that's no good as a Coda. Bird basketball, we approach a minute to go. Robinson to Pacheco, feeding him for another three. No, Dia can't control the rebound, but it's slapped out of his hands. Ball will stay with the Birds in the front court with 1:07 to play. Darius gets it into Tyler Pacheco for Vinny Spradling. Spradling wants to drive, had the ball knocked loose, goes off his leg and out of bounds. Into the front court, Gibbs Rivera loses his dribble at half court, tries to bounce it along the sideline, gets it to Westmoreland, trying to back his way in. They'll let him get away with a little elbow. Loose ball, knocked loose from Makota, gathers it back in, bouncing in the corner, pull up, 15-footer is no good. Dio with a rebound, 30 seconds to go now. Pacheco into the front court. For Spradling, he wants a three, he got a three. Vinny with his 5th point of the ball game, and it's 107-67. That 40-point lead is the biggest of the afternoon. In deep with 15 seconds to go to Akota. His cross-court pass knocked out of bounds, right to the Real coach. Final 10 seconds of this one as the Birds move to 12-4 on the season. Things will get a lot tougher on the road Monday night at Sterling against NJC. Birds trying to fight for a rebound. Here's a Coda pull up, and he'll hit a little one. His first points of the ball game, and Casper will come away with a 107-69 victory. Birds led 50-29 at the halfway mark. They outscore Real 57-40 in the second half and win this one laughing. We're going to have to try and total up the points. We'll be back and run down some stats. Hopefully have Sean Gutting join us as the T-Birds come back after the Christmas break with an offensive show here tonight, even though they were missing a couple of players. Didn't really matter as they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in double figures here this evening. Paced by Kennard Richardson, their leading scorer on the season, who finishes with 22. Jaron Harris with 19. 17 for Dalton Peterson, 11 for Tyler Pacheco, and 10 for Nestor Diachok as Casper wins it 107-69. We'll come back and take a look at the final stats here and hopefully see whether Sean is going to join us and talk a little bit about a resounding win against a team that he thought might provide some competition for him, especially since Casper was playing without 3 players tonight or this afternoon, but didn't happen that way. So we'll see what Sean Gutting has to say. We'll be back right after this.
I think he's going to come up here. I want to show for some people out there, man. show for some people out there, man. Show for some people out there, man.
At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes. Pick a major and so much more. At Casper College, we're here for you. At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes. Pick a major and so much more. At Casper College, we're here for you. At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes. Pick a major and so much more. At Casper College, we're here for you. At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes. Pick a major and so much more. At Casper College, we're here for you. At Casper College, we're here to help. Here to answer your financial aid questions. Register for classes. Pick a major and so much more. At Casper.
I want to show for some people out there, man. I want to show for some people out there, man.
Jack Noakes back at Sweet Erickson T-Bird Gym. T-Birds run their record to 12-4. They come back from the Christmas break with a 107-69 victory today over Real Salt Lake. unofficial statistics, we didn't see anything from the scorers table at the end. Unofficially, Kennard Richardson, who leads the way at 19 points a game, finished with 22. 11 in the first half, 11 in the second half. You call that balanced scoring. 19 for Jaron Harris, 17 for Dalton Peterson, who continues to shoot the ball well from behind the arc, the sophomore from Encampment. 11 tonight for Kelly Walsh freshman Tyler Pacheco, who comes in the second half, and I think he hit 3 3-pointers. Nestor Diachok also, who fouled out of the ball game, also in double figures. The Moscow, Russia sophomore finished the evening and the afternoon with 10 points. After that, Darius Robinson with 8. Usman Dia with 8. Vinny Spradling off the bench with 4 points here this evening, or with 5 points this evening. And then Jaden Peters with 4. So the Birds a little short-handed today with only 9 players suited up. Managed to use all 9 and managed to win this one going away. They led 50-29 at the half and outscored Real 57-40 in the second half to take a 107-69 victory. Run their record to 12-4. Next up, they're on the road Monday night. They'll be in Sterling, Colorado, and they'll take on NJC. Northeastern, always a tough team, a tough place to play in the Bank One Center, First Bank Center. A lot different than the old gym, but still a difficult place to play, and always a tough game. One of Casper's old Region 9 rivals, the Plainsmen from NJC. That's going to do it for us here this evening and this afternoon. The Birds victorious to run their record to 11-4, 107-69. The women won their game 69-49. They are now 14-3 on the season. They will be in Nebraska at Scotts Bluff beginning Thursday for a 3-day tournament. They'll start with Central Wyoming, then face Western Nebraska, the home team, and then they'll get a Nebraska All-Star team on Saturday. So we will not see you again until next weekend, and that will be Friday when we will have Western Nebraska here, and then Saturday afternoon Northeastern will be here. So the T-Bird men with a full scale of things happening here after the Christmas break. Jack Noakes from Erickson T-Bird Gym, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again on Friday. Well, let's see if he wants to make his way up here. I think not. He's got his coat. We'll see you again on Friday when the Birds take on Western Nebraska. Good night, everybody.
I want to show for some people out there, man.